we have a very special video for you today. We are traveling a little bit back in time to a very excited Daria and a very excited Tabea from a few weeks ago.
And why were we so excited? Let's check it out. Sing, sing, sing.
So welcome, lovely singers. We are here at the CVI and we already graduated.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
Yes.
We still cannot believe it.
That's true.
How do you feel? I still feel that I have lessons to do and, credits to get and stuff like that. So
Me too. There's, as you say, there's always room for improvement.
Yes, that is true. So if you ever feel that you are at the top of your career, remember this. There's always going to be room for improvement. There's always going to be people that are better than you. So that's the first lesson of today. What else can we tell them?
If you want to study at CVI, that's also a good option.
Yes. Any course that you want to join, 1 day, 5 day, 1 year, academy, whatever, 3 year, of course, we highly recommend that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time and still it went by really fast, I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
We made great colleagues and great friendships. So we highly recommend it, and of course singing wise, teaching wise, it was the loveliest ever. For me it was the best decision I could have made for my career. What do you think? How do you feel singing, teaching wise?
I feel so much better, so much more confident, but there's still some things that I need to work on.
Yeah.
And I think that all of our colleagues, as we can say, have the same feeling actually. So it's good that we are in this together and we still support each other. And I think it's very rewarding, the diploma.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to share more knowledge with you guys and you too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and as we said, there's always stuff. I also have stuff that I really want to work on, but it's also nice that we have these colleagues because we all have different backgrounds and some know more about one thing and the others about another, and then you can also share your knowledge and maybe it's useful for someone, and it's super nice. We just encourage each other. We always learn from each other. It sounds really like cliche, but that's the truth. And it's also nice that we don't compete. We don't compete, so that is, I think, the clue, because we are never gonna stand in each other's way, and that I think also really helps to blend more in the group and work more together and not against each other.
Yeah,
so
that was part of the philosophy actually.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, to just So, anything else you want to add? Okay, back to Daria and Tabea in the present. Bye.
Yeah, welcome back. We are again in our normal environment, we could say. And I'm sure you are thinking that we would spend so much time together when we are in Copenhagen, and we also thought that it will be that way, but actually we were in different groups, and we didn't even have time to make so many pictures with ourselves. So the only picture that we have is that one. We are so thankful to Matthias, who made that picture for us. So it's a beautiful memory, and we both look very beautiful here. So thanks to God that it worked out. The only picture from the graduation together.
And for those who don't know him, Mattia is not only a brilliant singer and teacher at the CVI, he's also working with Catherine Sutherland herself on the research team. And he happens to be a good photographer. So thank you, Matthias. We owe you so much for your knowledge and for this picture. And I mean, the video, it was just a quick thing. So we were, if you could hear people cheering and applauding in the background, that was because we graduated the day before, and then on Sunday we were having rehearsals with a band for the final concert. And that was basically people doing the sound check, and we just ran upstairs to the rooftop to record that video for you guys. So
That's true.
Yeah, that was pretty much all the time we spent together. That was not much, unfortunately. We also had the hope that we could do more pictures and more videos. And actually we were planning on, then we record this and that, and maybe we could do something nice. But it just, it went by so fast. And even with the people from my group, I don't have so many pictures, to be honest. I don't know you, Daria, but yeah.
A bit, but not enough. I think it was such an intense time. Also because we had status E, and status E is like the last exam, the summing up exam, we could say. We had it with our beautiful, but also a bit strict, I would say, teacher Christina. She has so much knowledge. It's just like, 10 minutes with her and all your singing issues are solved. So every minute with her is very precious.
Absolutely.
So if you would like to have a session with her, you can just contact the CVI. I'm sure she's very open and eager to help. So that was very stressful. My group started the seminar with the teacher, Cor. His name is Cor. He was, an amazing teacher during those 3 years. And he was all the time saying, and hopefully we're gonna be colleagues on Saturday. Well, thanks to God we are here still as authorized CVT teachers. So it wasn't, that bad.
He was also making that joke with us. We were the last group making the status E with Christina. And we were freaking out because we had heard so many different things from the other groups. Like, it was cool, it was easy. Others were saying, it was so tough. Some people were crying. And we were like, what? And then this other teacher, Koa, he was also joking with us. We had him in the morning on that day. And he was saying, I'll see you on Sunday at the concert, or on Saturday at the graduation event, if you graduate. And we were like, it was so funny. And then he said one thing. I thought, oh my God. He said, she has a bell. And I said, what? She has a belt? Is she going to hit us if we say the wrong answer? And he said, no, she has a bell to mark the beginning and the end of each round. And it was just so funny. And then I told Christina also, and she was laughing so much. But she was really nice. So we had it, and it was 3 hours, very intense. We were so nervous that we were laughing all the time. It was literally just like, But she was also, I don't know in the other groups, but with us, of course, she was very strict when she asked the questions, and she was not completely satisfied with the answer. Then she would keep asking and insisting, and I like that. I think digging totally, and I like that. I think she's like the necessary twang. She's necessarily strict. It's right. Like whack. So
yes, she is the necessary twang of CV.
So she.
I think I'm gonna text her that. Dear Christina, dear lovely Christina, you are like the twang in our lives.
No, it's really
so
good.
It's really I mean, good. Really, because she's just amazing.
Some pressure from above, like a twang.
Yeah, okay, in that sense, all right. Pressure. I was thinking the other way.
So she gives us the supraglottic pressure, like the pressure from above, but in a good way, so that we end up being better and sounding better. And it's really necessary. So I don't know if she ever watches this, but I think it's
hopefully not. Hopefully. No, I'm just kidding. If you're watching, Christina, we really love you. We appreciate you,
and we say this with all the respect and love that we have for your work and everything that you've done for us. So that being said, she was also, apart from strict, which was necessary, she was also very funny. And we had really great moments with our colleagues in the group. And we were also rooting for each other, which is one thing that we said in the short video there in Copenhagen, that we really supported each other. And one proof of that is that when we were doing the status E and she was asking one of us a question, then the others would be like, oh my God, what does she want? What does she want? And then maybe they knew the answer, maybe not. But, you know, once the person that was asked answered correctly, everyone was like, yeah, you know, really rooting and celebrating.
It was the same in my group.
And yeah, it was the same. So I think that is a really nice atmosphere to work in. And then even though it's sometimes a little tough, but you somehow you survive and you even enjoy the process because you have so many nice colleagues.
Yeah, and I also had a very nice group. I had a lot of Swiss people. So I really enjoyed that time. Swiss people who were actually in the purple group, because we are from the rose group, so we were, you know, mixed. And they were very humble, very loving, very encouraging. Also, it was the same. With the status E, we were cheering on. We also could call a friend if our brain wouldn't work properly at the exact moment as we needed. And you know, sometimes the questions were so specific, or Christina was looking for the one word that we were looking for, and everyone was like, oh my God, what is the word that she needs? So it was also such a nice experience to that, you know, we are on the same boat. We are all the time growing, learning. It's not that we are, you know, alpha and omega. Nobody was pretending that is, you know, so knowledgeable. And, you know, it's so amazing to see some people who are, you know, really amazing. And usually they are the most humble people. And they are eager to share their knowledge, and I think that this is because of Catherine, and this is the philosophy that stands behind CVI, that they really want to help you, they really want to teach you. And you know, we finishing this kind of education on this kind of institute, being among this type of people, we are then eager to share our knowledge and have like a, you know, pure heart in it.
Also at the graduation dinner, Christina made a really nice speech for us, and it was so original because she said it's only for you. I made it of all of your graduation songs, and it was so funny. We loved every minute of it. So again, thank you for that. And also she reminded us to just stay humble, keep working, stay nerdy, which I really like. And stay in touch, keep the exchange of ideas and cultures and everything. It was so nice. One thing that I also loved on that note is that they also kept asking us how we liked it, what they could improve. So after each seminar, or at the end of each seminar, we had an evaluation talk with one of the teachers, and we could just share ideas that, or maybe improvements, small improvements that we wanted to suggest. At the end now, they also sent us a form, online form that we could fill in, and we could evaluate each subject separately, each teacher separately, and then also each person behind that, like working for the office and everything separately, which is amazing because by doing that, you sometimes risk a lot, but they are so good in what they do and so eager to improve even. So they stay true to their principles, which I really like, but they are still open for small improvements, changes, and adapting to whatever happens in the future, because of course times change and everything. So I really, really like that. I think also, if you think already in terms of a business model, that is also the best thing you can do. Just listen to the people who've tried your product or whatever. I mean, this is already more of a different talk. Not so much for the singing, but even for the singing, or if you teach yourself as a vocal coach, you can just keep asking the singers in your class, are you comfortable? Do you like it? Are you happy? What can I improve? Is there anything? And of course, stay always true to your principles and your ethics, but keep also doing the improvement work.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. To be open for, you know, the good words, the good feedback, but also the bad one. Of course, there are some people who are not that eager to help you. They just want to put you down with the truth. But there is always a certain way of telling the truth, which maybe not that comfortable, that can lift you up, not put you down.
Yeah.
And I think this is what we created in our group, and this is what we were taught at that course, and it's just amazing because those were 3 years, and those 3 years they really shape you into the teacher that maybe somebody needs to find, or even it changes you a bit as a person.
Yeah.
So it's always about growth and development.
So Daria, I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
In regards to the video that we recorded on that Sunday in June, we said that we still can't believe that we graduated. How do you feel now? Do you feel, now that a few weeks have passed, do you feel more like an authorized teacher, or are you still not believing it?
Oh, wow. I think it's still coming to me. It's still coming to me. I'm looking at this diploma and thinking, wow, it's unbelievable. Because it was just huge. It was just huge. When I look, at my background, and that I really didn't have any other musical education other than CVI. It doesn't mean that I don't have the knowledge or experience, but I'm coming to that moment where I would be like, yeah, hi, I'm Daria. I'm an authorized CVT teacher. How can I help you? Not only that I am singing teacher, but I am already authorized, and yeah, I think it's a process, like with everything. And how about you? How does it feel for you?
Well, unlike you, I don't look at the diploma.
Okay, you don't?
I have it. I put it in the closet so that it doesn't break, because I'm super scared of it breaking. So I'm kind of starting to believe it, but I think it just happened so fast. So on one side you have the 3 years and you do all the seminars and you do all the work, and then suddenly, just overnight, you have it.
Yeah.
And in my case, it was also just so many years wanting to join the course, because I knew CVT in 2010 was when I got the book. So then I read that this institute exists, but I didn't do any research. And then some years later, I checked it out again, and I saw on the website that they have these courses, and I thought, oh wow, it would be so nice to join the singers course, because I didn't intend to be a teacher. I didn't have any singing teacher experience whatsoever, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. The singer course. But then my parents said, yeah, but the 3 years, you learn more for sure, even if you don't want to be a teacher. I mean, you never know, maybe you end up teaching and blah. And I was like, yeah, okay. I sort of was convinced.
That's my story.
Yeah. And then also, thinking, even if it's just for the sake of having 3 years of singing lessons with these people rather than one, I was already convinced by that. And then, of course, I said, yeah, who knows? And then 1 year later, I started teaching without knowing anything about CVT, and I just started teaching another method, and I was fine, but I already noticed that there's stuff that I really need to know, and then I was more and more looking forward to, at some point in my life, doing this course. But then it seemed so far away to even start the education that I was I'll at some point, in maybe 5-10 years I'll do it. And then suddenly I started it, and now it's just suddenly over. And it feels so short, it feels so fast, and then still I can't believe it, because it still feels as if I haven't even started it, and it's so far away.
Yeah, and the last seminar was just like, we are still like singer students.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, we are colleagues. We are, and all the, amazing teachers, the best teachers in the world, they call you, you're my colleague now.
Yeah.
And they say that, and you're like, yeah, am I?
It's such a weird feeling, and so fast, and then just overnight, almost literally.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, there's a lot of work behind, but it's, I don't know, it was so nice, and who knows?
Yeah. And so we are looking at it more like now it's a beginning, actually.
Exactly, yeah.
Not
the beginning
end.
of the end.
The beginning of the end was already at the seminar, the first day, and then it ended, and now it's just the...
Yeah. And what plans do you have for the future? Because we were talking about still working on other stuff, on improving. So what plans do you have for the future or no?
But you mean like from the singing or teaching?
Yeah, both.
So I would say that when it comes to some effects, I feel like I know them. I am able to do some of them naturally, and that is the thing that it's the hardest to teach, I would say. So that is something. I'm not gonna say maybe what, but yeah, there are some of them that I have so naturally that I know that I need to work on the teaching part. Yeah, and when it comes to singing wise, there are still some things that I want to establish. For example, I don't feel like I have a problem with high notes, but when it comes to low notes, I would love to go. I would love to dig deeper in that part of my voice for sure.
Yeah, and I mean that's sometimes maybe it could be also your anatomy, your vocal tract, making your sound color really light and
yeah, but there are
nature.
some songs that I would love to sing and like I need to work on that.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your plans
So,
when it comes to that?
Teaching wise, I would say especially just trying to keep all the tools in mind, because when you teach, often you have the ones that resonate more with you right at the top of your head. But then if you have a singer come into your class who maybe learns in a different way, then I'm scared of just forgetting other learning types tools. Maybe
or
it's
not having them at the exact time, right?
Exactly, or maybe just remembering one or two and then forgetting about a third one that could work even better, So I think also in that sense it's cool to keep the study groups and have the communication with the colleagues open all the time, and the exchange of ideas, because they are so different. Thank God we always have that option, right? We can still call a friend.
Yeah, that is true.
But then singing wise, I started an improvisation course yesterday, jazz improvisation, and then also a bit of soul, and I really liked it so far. I mean, we just had one session, but I loved it. And there's other stuff, of course, that I want to. So I had some improvisation classes before CVT, during CVT as well, with another teacher, and then now also in the CVT there's some improvisation, but it's just such a huge topic, and it requires so much practice and then also theory knowledge, if you can, that I really wanted to keep exploring that path, because I felt that that's something. And then there's many other things, of course. That's just one, because that's the first one I started now, but there's many other things that always where I always have need for a little bit of improvement here and there, and maybe a song that is really difficult, or some sort of part of a song.
I agree, but this is so beautiful because actually it keeps us humble. And I think that it's good for our students also to know that not that we are the masters, that we are also still people who have some doubts, who have ups and downs. So we are continuing
totally
in that journey with you.
And then also it never gets boring, because you always have and as we said in the video, there's always going to be someone who's better than you, and people that you can learn from, or who are better at one thing that you maybe still need to practice. So it never gets bored. You always can explore more things. And even the greatest singers, I don't know, singers that I admire, I say, I love how this singer sings, I don't know, riffs and runs, or with distortion, but maybe they are not classically trained, and I am. There's always going to be something where you are better, or where you still need to learn, practice, improve things. So you can always stay in touch with singers or other singing teachers. Also, the singing teacher that whose course I joined now with improvisation, she's not a CVT teacher, but she's just really good at improvisation and at teaching it. So why not stay open and try new things that also worked for other people and could work for you?
This is also what they said at CVI. if something works for you, just take it and then use it. It doesn't have to be, you know, even CVT tools, because, you know, they are also open to add some of the tricks and tools. That's why it's called complete.
Exactly. So one thing I wanted to add, one thing that I still really need to work on is on my impressions of all the CVI teachers. I hope to keep meeting them in the future so I can practice imitating them in a good way, of course.
I can say who you're actually.
People say I nailed core, but I think I still need to improve that too. And I think I also got almost Christina and Ulrich, so still need to work on that.
There's still room for improvement.
If you ever get bored of singing, you can start with that, guys. All right, guys, we hope you loved this video as much as we did. It was very emotional for us to go back a few weeks in time and to that moment. Stay happy, keep enjoying your singing, and if you want to book sessions with us, of course, go down below. We'll stay in touch. Don't stop singing. Have a lovely time and see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.